Well, greetings for color fans. Welcome back to Metarog's channel and to part 8 of my series on all 307 issues that included the Series A Marvel Value stamps from 1974 and 1975. And in this installment, the last one, I'm just going to show the covers of all the issues that the stamps were were included inside. And I'm gonna obviously do it, and I'm gonna do it in order from 1 to 100. I did countdown style before. This is about my 7th or 8th time trying to do this. It's amazing the things that have occurred that have derailed this video so many times. But let's go, because it'll take about half hour here. All right, so the first one is obviously Spider-Man. As you can see, thank you, Jackson Roy Kirk, for this great book. It makes my low-tech video even better. And here is the #1 stamped of Spider-Man. Were included in Captain Marvel 35, Luke Cage 20, and Thor 221. #2 is Hulk, as you can see there. And he was in Amazing Spider-Man 130, Captain Marvel 41, Giant Size Fantastic Four 4, and Iron Man 70. Many times I've done this video, I've gotten about halfway or so, and then something derails it. So let's hope that doesn't happen here. 3, Conan was in a Spider-Man 134, Power Man 18, and 23. I go as quickly, but, make sure that I'm got the right numbers here. #4, Thing, Amazing Spider-Man 135, Avengers 123, and Hulk 183. All right, 5, Doctor Strange is, it's Doctor Strange. Dracula is in Doctor Strange 2, Marvel Spotlight 14, and War is Hell 11. Yep, the kind of things like that, but, that I can forgive. #6 is Thor, and he was included in Amazing Spider-Man 132, Captain Marvel 33, Marvel Premiere 19, and 25. I love it when they double up on the same title. I think they're trying to spread it out a little bit. So 7 is Werewolf by Night. That just says Werewolf on there. He was in Daredevil 114 and 2 of Dracula 18. That's it, just 2. And the last for that page, 8, is Captain America. He was in Conan 37, Defenders 15, Frankenstein 16, and Werewolf by Night 24. So let's get this page turned, and let's make sure I get the right stamp this time. You wouldn't believe how many times I've skipped pages and so forth when I was trying to do this video. Anyway, and then the orientation, of course, has to change. All right, let me make sure it's still in there. All right. Things are going good so far. Okay, so #9, Captain Marvel is in Fantastic Four 145. Jungle Action 12. Is a whole comic in there? Yes, good. Kazar #4, and Werewolf by Night 27. 10 is Power Man, and he was in Conan 36 and Strange Tales 175. Just those 2. 11 is Deathlock. He was Incredible Hulk 186. Yep, sticky there. Marvel Team Up 29 and Master of Kung Fu 19. All right, let's keep going. 12 is Daredevil. He was in Frankenstein 11, Thor 223, and Tomb of Dracula 37. All right, Doctor Strange 13. Let me double check. Yes, 13. He was in Amazing Adventures 23, Avengers 127, and Son of Satan #1. Next, #14, Living Mummy. He was in Doctor Strange 3 and Marvel Spotlight 19. Once again, a twofer. All right, 15, Iron Man. He was in Captain America 176, Creatures on the Loose 28, and Master Kung Fu 24. There should be 8 per page, right? Yeah, so 16. And lastly is Shang-Chi, and he was in Fantastic Four. He's number 16. Fantastic Four 155 and Incredible Hulk 179. All right, let's change the orientation again. 17, Black Bolt. Double check. Yep, okay. He was in Khazar 6, Man-Thing 4, and Thor 225. Next is 18, Volstagg. He was in Amazing Spider-Man 144, Astonishing Tales 24, Khazar 5, and Thor 237. All right, 19, Warriors 3. Let me double check. Yes. They were in Captain Marvel 32 and Man-Thing 7. That's the only stamp that actually had more than one character, by the way. 3. 20, Brother Voodoo. He was in Defenders 17, Ghost Rider 7, and Submariner 69. All right, 21, Cole. He was in Fantastic Four 151 and Marvel Spotlight 15. Excuse me. 22, Man-Thing. He was in Amazing Adventures 27, Astonishing Tales 27, Daredevil 108, and Iron Man 69. This over just a little bit there. Okay. All right, 23 is Sergeant Fury. He was in a bunch of them. Doctor Strange number 1, Fantastic Four 152, Thor 235, Tomb of Dracula 30, and War is Hell 13. 5 issues. 24 is Falcon. He was in Conan 42, Creatures on the Loose 33, and Ghost Rider 5. All right, time to flip the page once again. Let's do that. 25 should be Human Torch. Gotta be extra careful here. You wouldn't believe the things that I've done to mess up this video. 25 is Captain Marvel. Human Torch is in Captain Marvel 34, Captain Marvel 36, and Marvel Team Up 20. And that is indeed stamp number 25, Human Torch. 26 is Mephisto. He was in Captain America 177, Iron Man 71, Marvel Spotlight 29, and Tomb of Dracula 19. All right. On to 27, Black Widow. Just making doubly sure nothing sticks together. Fantastic. She was in Fantastic Four 150, Marvel Premiere 23, Power Man 24, and Tomb of Dracula 22. All right, so the 27, next 28. And that is Hawkeye, right? Yes, good. Daredevil 118. He was in Daredevil 118, Khazar 2, Man-Thing 11, Marvel Team Up 23, and Werewolf by Night 26. All right, 28, now 29. And that is Baron Mordo. He was in Iron Man 68 and Supernatural Thrillers 9. 30 is next. That is the Grey Gargoyle. He was in Conan 38 and Creatures in the Loose 31. That was stamp number 30. Now, stamp number 31 is MODOK. He was in Conan 40, Defenders 20, and Jungle Action 9. And 32 is Red Skull. And he was in Fantastic Four 160, Marvel Premiere 17, and Worlds Unknown 7. Alrighty. Now on to 33. Let's change the orientation here. That is the Invisible Girl, later known as the Invisible Woman. And that stamp appeared in, let me put this a little bit like that. Yeah, like that. There we go. Doctor Strange 4, Jungle Action 13, and Marvel Team Up 21. All right, next is 34, Mr. Fantastic. Yep. He was in Amazing Spider-Man 131, Creatures on the Loose 32, and Giant Size Creatures 1. Huh. 35 is next. Okay. And 35 is Killraven, right? Yes. Whew. Amazing Spider-Man 141, Daredevil 115, and Worlds Unknown 6 is where Killraven number 35 appeared in. Let's go on to 36. Let's keep it going. And that's the Ancient One. And he was in Captain America 182, Giant Size Man-Thing 4, and Supernatural Thrillers 8. All right. So that was 36. Let's go to 37. Sorry if I'm constantly second-guessing myself. Watcher 37. He's Creatures on the Loose 29, Doctor Strange 6, Man-Thing 8, and Invaders 1. All right, next is 38. And 38 is Red Sonja. And she was in Fear 24, Jungle Action 10, and Khazar 8. Okay, that was 38. 39 is Iron Fist. He was only in 2. Hulk 177 and Fantastic Four 144. 40. And that should end the page is Loki. He was in Cole 14 and Thor 228. So now is 41, but we have to turn the page. Always a harrowing experience when it comes to this video. Alrighty, yeah, there we go. Change the orientation. Gladiator 41. All right. He was in Amazing Spider-Man 138, Giant Size Avengers 3, Master of Kung Fu 25, and Thor 222. 42 is Manwolf, and he was in Amazing Spider-Man 139, 147, and Colt 15. 42. Next is 43. Enchantress. She was in Captain America 172, Jungle Action 11, and Marvel Team Up 28. Next is the Absorbing Man. 44. Hopefully, yes. He was in Defenders 16 and Strange Tales 174. All right, next is a thickie. 45 is Mantis. And she was in Marvel Spotlight 17, Marvel 2-in-1 7, Marvel 2-in-1 12, Strange Tales 173, and Tomb of Dracula 31. All right. 46 is Mysterio. And he was in 126, Avengers 126, Captain America 181, and Khazar 3. All right, so that was 46. 47, this is where I messed up once, is Green Goblin. I think they stuck. And he was in Hulk 174 and Marvel 2-in-1 6. So 48 is Kraven the Hunter. He was in Captain America 174, Giant Size Defenders 3, and Ghost Rider 8. All right. Next is 49. Let's change the orientation here a little bit. And that is Odin. I haven't gotten to Odin that many times in this video. And he was in Adventures into Fear 22, Supernatural Thrillers 12, and Tomb of Dracula 25. This was a heck of a fun project, but this last one was kind of difficult. 50 is Black Panther, and he was in Captain America 171 and Tomb of Dracula 23. All right, we're on a roll. 51. Bucky Barnes. He was in Daredevil 110 and Werewolf by Night 22. And 52 is Quicksilver. And he was in Amazing Adventures 33, Captain America 179, Daredevil 109, and Submariner 71. So far, so good. They're matching up. 53 is the Grim Reaper. And he was in Man-Thing 9 and Master of Kung Fu 17. That was 53. 54. This one got me because of it's Shan of the She-Devil, but I had forgotten to take out my Hulk 181. So, but this one has it. Astonishing Tales 23, Incredible Hulk 181, yeah, some random issue nobody knows about, and Man-Thing 13. Yep, never gotten this far before. Let's go. Let's keep it going. 55 is who's down there? Medusa. And she was in Conan 45, Giant Size Dracula 5, and Man-Thing 6. 56. Rawhide Kid. He was in Captain America 192, Hulk 175, and Marvel Team Up 26. All right, now we got to do the same thing here. Flip the page. That can always be... sometimes can be problematic, in this video at least. All right. So 57, let's make sure we got, yeah, 57, all right. The Vulture. He was in Tomb of Dracula 24 and Tomb of Dracula 28. Only title is Vulture. So 58 is next. The Mandarin. He was in Amazing Adventures 24. Hulk 184 and Thor 226. I'm gonna get nervous. 59 is next. The Golem, right? Yep. He was in Frankenstein 12, Hulk 182, Frankenstein. Aha! Just those two. See? Almost got me. Almost got me. Next is Kazar 60. And he was in Frankenstein 13 and Man-Thing 3. Aha! You almost got me. 61 is next. It is the Red Ghost. He was in Captain America 173, 180, and Werewolf by Night 19. Could it be that we get through this? 62 is the Plunderer. Fantastic Four. He was in Fantastic Four 153, Master of Kung Fu 18, and 21. Love to double up on some of those titles, isn't it? So 63. Yep, just making double sure there's no shenanigans. 63 is Submariner. He was in Daredevil 112, Iron Fist 1, Marvel 2-in-1 2. Ooh, that's sticky. And Werewolf by Night 25. 63. 64, only 2 issues. And that is Sif, Lady Sif, right? Man-Thing, she was in Man-Thing 14 and Power Man 19. Alrighty. Let's change the orientation. Who we got there? Number 65. Is that what I got here? Yes, 65. I just got it kind of inverted. Iceman. He was in Creatures on the Loose 30 and Werewolf by Night 16. All right, 66. Oh boy. Could we do it? General Ross. He was in Amazing Spider-Man 133. Astonishing Tales 26 and Ghost Rider 11. Somebody keeping count of how many issues I'm showing? Should be 307. Next is 67. And that is Cyclops. And he appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 146, Hulk 180, and Hulk 176. I know I have those not in numerical order, but let's go with it. And then 68, Son of Satan. He was in Astonishing Tales 25, Frankenstein 9, Marvel Team Up 27. 2 piles to go. 69 is Jean Grey, Marvel Girl. Avengers 125, Frankenstein 10, and Tomb of Dracula 27. Let me doubly sure. 69, yes. Trust me, it's better this way. 70 is the Super Skrull, and he was in Avengers 128, 131, and Daredevil 111. 71 is the Vision. He was in Avengers 122, Conan 44, Giant Size Master of Kung Fu 3, and Marvel Premiere 16. And that was 71. 72 is the Lizard, right? Yeah. He was in Conan 39, Khazar 10, and Werewolf by Night 21. Alrighty. Oh, put that in the wrong pile. See that? That could have issues. 73. Make sure this one's 74. Yeah. We're going to have to turn the page again. Yeah. But I think this is the last page turn. We're in the home stretch here. No, not the last page turn. Forget about what I said. Hopeful thinking. 73, Kingpin. He appeared in Creatures on the Loose 36, Call 13, Marvel Premiere 20, and Power Man 21, reluctantly, but it came off. 74 is The Stranger. He was in Ghost Rider 6, Marvel Premiere 18, Marvel and 24, and Tomb of Dracula 35. Okay, so 75 is next. And that's a thickie. And 75 is Morbius. And he appeared in his own title. Well, his own. He starred in Fear 26 and 31. Amazing Spider-Man 140, Werewolf by Night 15, and Worlds Unknown 8. So he was a good amount. And 76 is next. And that's only 2 issues. Dormammu, I hope, yes. He appeared in Doctor Strange 5 and Thor 227. I don't know why some of these are so sticky. 77 is next. And that is the Swordsman. And appeared in Fear 21, Captain America 175, Giant Size Man Thing 3, Tomb of Dracula 39. And 78 is next, and that is the Owl. He appeared in Avengers 132, Defenders 23, and Fantastic Four 149. 78, the Owl. 79 is next. That is Kang the Conqueror. He appeared in Giant Size Man Thing 5, Master of Kung Fu 22, and Sergeant Fury 119, one of the last non-reprint issues of Fury. Next is 80, which is Ghost Rider, I do believe, and he appeared in 6 issues, if you believe it or not. Conan 49, Daredevil 127, Iron Man 67, Thor 229, Tomb of Dracula 26, and 29. Yeah. Somebody liked the Ghost Rider over there. Next is 81, but we have to change the orientation here. All right. Not too bad so far. The Rhino, and he appeared in Avengers 124, Ghost Rider 9, and Marvel Spotlight 18. And next is 82. And that is Mary Jane Watson. And she appeared in Fantastic Four 147, and Man-Thing 10. Make sure we get back there. All right, 83 is next, and that is Dragon Man. He appeared in Man-Thing 5, Marvel Spotlight 16, and Thor 231. '84 is next, and that is none other than Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. Astonishing Tales 28 is where he appeared in. Avengers 121, Fantastic Four 159, and Marvel Team Up 33. Okay, we're down to the last pile. 85 is Lilith, Dracula's daughter. She was in Daredevil 113, Master of Kung Fu 31, and Thor 232. 86 is next, and that is Baron Zemo. Let me double check, yes. And he appeared in Fear 23, Defenders 13, and Supernatural Thrillers 11. Next is J. Jonah Jameson, 87. And he appeared in Marvel Team Up 25, 39, Tomb of Dracula 34, and Thor 224. Okay. Next is 88, I hope. And that is the Lita. He appeared in Avengers 129, Daredevil 117, and Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-1 4, and Tomb of Dracula 20. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired here, as you can see, after all the attempts, right? And here we have 89, but we have to change to the last page. Woohoo! Well, the last transition at least. All right. Who we got coming up here at 89? I think it's Hammerhead. And he appeared in Captain America 178, Marvel Team Up 30, and Marvel 2-in-1 3. I knew there was a Marvel 2-in-1 somewhere in there. All right. So next is 90. Yes, 90 is indeed Hercules. He appeared in Frankenstein 14, Marvel Team Up 19, and 24. We're almost there, folks. 91 is Hela. She appeared in Conan 41, Fantastic Four 146, and Fear 25. And next is the one and only issue in which Byra appeared, number 92, which is Marvel Team Up 22. That's it. That's the only time you have to get that issue to get Byra. 93 is Silver Surfer, and he appeared in Marvel 2-in-1 5, Sergeant Fury 118, and Werewolf by Night 23. 94 is next, I hope, and that is Electro. Yes, okay. You wouldn't believe how many times I've messed up. Captain America 184, Electro was where he appeared in, and Marvel Premiere 15, Strange Tales 176, and Thor 238. Just a few to go. 95, Mole Man. And he appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 136, Daredevil 116, Khazar 12. 96 is Dr. Octopus. He appeared in Amazing Adventures 26, Avengers 130, and Tomb of Dracula 21. 97. Okay, we got to change the orientation here again. Last few is, oh, I didn't even say who it was. Black Knight, 97. Appeared in Invaders 3, Master of Kung Fu 23, and Werewolf by Night 20. I'm sweating, folks. I'm sweating. 98 is the Puppet Master. Appeared in Defenders 19, Submariner 70, and Sergeant Fury 120. Next is the Sandman, 99. He appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 137, Daredevil 120, and Werewolf by Night 17. And finally, can't believe it, we made it. 100 Galactus down there. He appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 145, Fantastic Four 154, and Submariner 72. I'm exhausted, folks. I'm totally exhausted. But we made it in 30 minutes, so I kind of, that's what I kind of figured. It was about every 10 issues a minute or so, right? Something like that. All right, folks. Again, thank you again for your support during this series of videos. It has been a blast. It has been a series of videos I've been wanting to make. Well, I've been wanting to collect the set finish the set for over 50 years of the video ever since I've been doing YouTube about 8 years ago. All right, everybody, be kind to each other, be blessed, and be back.